Art owes more to form for its range of expression than to color. Many of the most remarkable things it can convey are expressed by form more directly than anything else. And it is fascinating to notice how some of the world's most renowned artists have been very restricted in their use of color, favoring on form for their chief appeal. Apelles just used 3 colors, red, black, and yellow, while Rembrandt used little else. Drawing, although the first, is also the last thing the painter studies typically. There is more than can be taught about it that pays consistent application and effort. Color would seem to depend much more on common sense, and to be less agreeable to teaching. A well-trained eye for recognizing form is what every student should set himself to earn with all the strength he is capable of.
Astronomy is a field of science. One of the characteristics of science is its perfect honesty and fairness. Many astronomical phenomena are so simple that even ancient humans could understand them to gain the impression from their observation that the world is ordered and that they will be able to discover its rules. Consider the excessive complexity of weather, or the growth of plants or animals to see how hopeless the situation would be for a population without a scientific foundation, if they were cut off from celestial phenomena. It is clear that if the sky had always been cloudy, preventing men from seeing the natural movements of the sun, moon, and stars, the dawn of knowledge would have been much overdue. It is entirely likely, if not likely, that without the assistance of astronomy, modern science would already be in its infancy. You may take the items from the library shelves and present them at one of the circulation desks for the circulation transaction, or use the or self-service units with your student ID card. For borrowing and returning media, please use the self-service units. Also, the circulation desks are manned by library staff. The circulation desks are located in the entrance areas of each departmental library. The self-service units, recognizable by the green-lit surface, can be found in the foyer of the departmental libraries. Self-service units for returning can be located in the lobby of the departmental libraries. When borrowing/returning items on self-service units, you will receive a receipt to check for correctness and keep it carefully. You have the option to renew a book when first, there is no reservation for it, and second, the loan condition assigned is 4 or 8. The renewal must be made on the last day of the loan period at the latest, otherwise, overdue fees will accrue. Until further notice, a maximum of 8 extensions is possible in the course of the special Corona regulations. After the expiry of the Corona regulations, a maximum of 5 extensions will again be possible.
The ability to properly listen to music is a more remarkable indicator of musical talent in the listener than playing an instrument, or sing acceptably when not supported by that ability. It promotes the gentleness and refinement of feeling, thinking, and action that music should encourage in the highest sense. And that is a much rarer achievement. I can't imagine anything more pitiful than men and women sitting on a vantage point exclaiming joyfully at the beauty of mead and valley, their eyes melting involuntarily in tenderness at the sight of moss-carpeted hills and rocks and peaceful forest, or widening in reverent awe at mountain's majesty, and then discovering from their exclamations that, in reality, they are unable to differentiate between rock and plant, field and jungle, earth and sky, between the dark browns of the storm-scarred stone, the greens of the vegetation, and the blues of the sky.
The western netted dragon is a small to moderate-sized, robust, swift-moving lizard. They have a round head with a very blunt snout, short limbs and tail. They have spines on the crest of their head and sides of the neck. Mature males have varying amounts of black ventral coloration. It is common for the male to have irregular red blotches that turn a deep red when breeding, and a red-orange flush on his chin and throat. Juvenile western netted dragons are often olive gray, with dark spots alternating with bands of small white spots. Females lose their pale spots and develop a series of elongated dark gray blotches. The western netted dragon prefers thick, stony soils, and can be found with or without a short burrow under logs and other natural rubble, debris-filled fence posts, and isolated stones and boulders. They also seek refuge under exfoliating granite and behind the bark of fallen trees. They can be found in much of the southern half of Western Australia and northern South Australia.